Episode 1 starts in an international bank where Yoon Hyun-woo is depositing $600 million. The bank attendant wonders how he amassed such wealth at a young age. Is it hard work or luck? The story goes back 1 week earlier in Seoul to answer this question. The chairman of the Soonyang Group, Jin Young-ki, is leaving the courthouse with his bodyguards, and the reporters disclose that he had been accused of manipulation of stocks, misconduct, and embezzlement. The crime is punishable with 3 years imprisonment and 5 years probation, which the courts granted his probation, thus getting away with professional misconduct. Yoon Hyun-woo is among his bodyguards. A recruit, Shin Jae-min, is introduced during the preparations for the unveiling ceremony for Soonyang Group's successor. He adores Hyun-woo and idolizes him for being the chairman's most trusted employee for over 5 years. He is diligent and seems to know a lot about his employers as he orders assistant Shin to help him get rid of the drinks since the chairman is allergic to peaches. The other employees regard Hyun-woo as a handy family servant whom they use to do all the dirty work and keep their hands clean. We later realize he is constantly at the family's beck and calls to do menial tasks. On the day he is meant to be announced as the new chairman, the eldest grandson and the son of Chairman Jin Young-ki, Jin Song-jun, renounces his inheritance, causing his father to be hospitalized. His wife tasks Hyun-woo with finding her husband and making sure he is at the ceremony to give a speech at the expense of his job. Hyun-woo finds the vice chairman, an emotional wreck, at a hotel with a golf club and breaking potted plants and fish tanks. He manages to get the staff out to safety, but at the expense of taking a golf club to the head. Eventually, he manages to calm down Song-jun, who is still harboring past traumas from his grandfather's view of him after breaking a vase incident in his teens and a mysterious accident that they had initially argued about with his father. Song-jun announced big plans for the company. The family is not pleased, but their immediate worry is the health condition of the former chairman hospitalized. The visit to the hospital brings with it the black sheep of the family, Jin Yoon-ki and his wife, Lee Hae-in, that insisted on getting married and following their careers despite the objection of his father. Hyun-woo teaches assistant manager Shin that he lives by 3 rules. The first is never to refuse an order given by chairman's family. The second rule is never to ask questions, and the third is never to make personal judgments. Another challenge facing the Soonyang Group is prosecutor Seo Min-young. Prosecutor Seo is determined to prove the professional misconduct of the Soonyang family, and she seizes assets at the Hyun-woo office. However, they were aware of the seizure and had moved all the company files and computers, replacing them with new ones. Hyun-woo and his team are now tasked with getting rid of any incriminating files, and in the process, assistant manager Shin comes across a paper company used as a slush fund to siphon a massive amount of company money into an overseas account. Hyun-woo reports the file to the financial manager, who shreds the document and directs Hyun-woo not to look into it as it should have been disposed a long time ago. Regardless, Hyun-woo reports to the new chairman Song-jun, who fires the finance manager and promotes Hyun-woo to replace him. His first role is to retrieve the money in the slush, launder it for the company, and retrieve all the siphoned assets. That is how he ends up in the foreign bank. Jin Dong-ki's daughter, Yi-jun, knew of the slush fund and asked for it. On his way from the bank, Hyun-woo meets goons that take him to the edge of a cliff. Assistant manager Shin shows up, and although he seems conflicted, he reminds Hyun-woo of his teachings. The goons shoot Hyun-woo at the cliff's edge, and he falls to his death. Miraculously, Hyun-woo wakes up in the body of Jin Do-jun, the youngest grandson of the Soonyang family and the son of Yoon-ki and Hae-in. Hence, the founder of Soonyang is his grandfather, and he is back to 1987.